Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for November 19th, Thursday, 2020, 3 p.m. Eastern. A lot of us, all of us, I would say, are innocent by nature. And oftentimes we beat ourselves up in our own direction with ourselves for making a mistake. And I believe that each of us, we always do the best we know how to do with what we've been given. And everything that has ever happened, and for some this may sound a little strange, but for everything that has ever happened has been perfect. You've always done the right thing. You played that role in your life exactly the right way. So take a moment and forgive yourself. Embrace your inherent innocent nature. Many of us do. We just have a tendency to beat ourselves up and for no reason whatsoever. Calling ourselves, names, whatever. But this civilization is moving, whether some know it or not, at a very accelerated rate. And I've had this question posed to me several times. How do you get out of your box? And how do you really expand and live large? As Osho states, feel ecstatic that there is no end to life. And when you have reached the top of one peak, suddenly another peak starts giving you challenges. And then we go to another one and another one and another one. Every single one of us lives in some shape or type of box. There's the one with the physical walls that take the shape of your room, your house, your mansion, your hut. And then there's your metaphysical box, beyond physical, which holds some form of limiting beliefs and attitudes that are deeply impressed upon your consciousness. And it makes you think, I can do this and I definitely cannot do that. Whatever the formation, the walls of your personal box have taken, do your best not to judge it. Every single problem or limiting belief is there for a very special reason. They are personally designed by you to give your mind the illusion of confinement or a false sense of security. So in this way, you will develop a deeper longing and desire to explore this vast infinite universe that is constantly expanding within you and all around you. And there are quite a few people in this world who tend to always remain inside their homes, hypnotized by the TV their entire lives. They fear going outside in nature, facing the elements and experiencing the world directly. And depending on the day, they either love it or complain about it. Their sacred box has become their cozy nest on a lazy afternoon and their personal prison on some sleepless night. People tend to either complain or brag about their box. They have ready-made excuses for why they can't alter it, or they simply ignore it and pretend they have no power over it. And notice which category you tend to fall into. With over 8 billion people on this planet, we cannot help to find each one of them fascinating. love their box, hate their box, are never satisfied with the size of their box, or are continuously fretting about the cleanliness and organization of it. There are those who feel overwhelmed about their box because it's either too big or too small or too tall or just too narrow. And whatever the size and condition of their box is in, it's safe to say that it is quite perfect for them, for you. And yes, our universe is brilliant, and it never, ever, ever makes a mistake. There is always perfect order found within the seeming random chaos. Life is always working for each and every single one of us, always. Always. Not against us. Not against you. If you watch closely, you will notice your consciousness is always moving towards your enlightenment and never in the other direction. Ever. And one thing that you can do to enlighten your life this week is to embrace your box and take the risk to step out of it and far into the unknown. Can you imagine what that would look like? Perhaps you would take a little adventure to meet the new neighbor who is just a tad beyond your comfort zone. Or you might drive far away and visit a new town you've never been to, travel down a long, dusty country road you've never seen before, and interact with new people you would never imagine reaching out to and connecting with. That really doesn't matter what your friends, your family, or society may say about what is crazy and what is sane. No judgment is as important as participating in the expansion of your universe. What others deem as safe and predictable is often what leads one closer to being stale, boring, and dead. So it is important to continuously challenge yourself and find peace with where you are right now. There is an essential balance that's contained within a truly happy life. And yet we, mankind, tend to be creatures of habit and don't usually attempt to do the thing we are afraid to do. And each day is an opportunity to let go of our old belief systems that aren't really serving us and truly become an unstoppable light of love. Think about doing one thing this week that you were always afraid to do, yet have always wanted to do. Leap across that raging river into the peaceful love garden where the grass is growing much greener and bigger. When you do, your mind and heart will have no other choice than to expand. And always remember that this life is a constant maturing process that never ends. This is going to happen for you, inevitably so, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, and yes, even physically, especially if you meditate on the source of love every single night. If you are not taking vital steps each day towards living an amazing life that you love, you might as well move in with the mossy slugs down the local pond. This is your life, and it's about you really being alive, not just kind of or sort of alive. You are here, for all intents and purposes, to really have fun and let go of your fears and enjoy every day as much as you possibly can. And why not? Isn't your life worth it? Let's make this your special new life purpose for the rest of this year. Let go of all those problems that were spinning in your mind yesterday or the day before, or those thoughts are not worth repeating again today. And we do that. This is your one life, and you deserve to live it up. And this means you become an unstoppable ball of bliss for everyone around you to enjoy. Now, for some of us, maybe a lot of us, it will be, of course, hard to take that very first step out of your box and into this new enlightening territory. So you be patient with yourself. You know, you might stick a toe out there outside the box. No. You bring it back in. But eventually, as you're patient with yourself, you'll start to believe in yourself more. A little bit at a time, a little bit more. And with each courageous step you take, you will begin to believe more and more in yourself. See, your box is your friend and your enemy. You can always slip back into it in the future, and we usually will. But however, the more you can practice being aware of respective thoughts, stories, and belief systems and dramas that cycle around in your head, the easier it will be to step out of them the next time around. So just realize that each and every one of us have the power within us to create into reality, move energy into form, manifest anything new that each of us desire. So why not manifest a more liberated, empowered, and happier version of you? Everyone can say, doesn't matter, that you're crazy, that's fine and dandy. You can just whisper the secret and living large in their ear. And laugh with them a little harder the next time you meet. The secret to living large in life is knowing your real nature. Understanding that you are an infinite spiritual being. A soul who has a highly intelligent, all-powerful universe penetrating and surrounding them from all sides. This is each and every one of us. And this amazing intelligence runs through every atom and molecule that you can imagine. And it's always listening to your every thought, guiding your every breath. It is your best friend of all, and it will never, ever abandon you. And once you've given up on the idea that you are separate from it, which many of us believe that we are, you'll realize that all is good, on purpose, and divine. You'll know that the greatest power in the universe lives within you, and you no longer have to participate in life with fear. You can live in complete 100% trust, knowing that there is nothing to worry about ever. And this is what it takes to be an unstoppable, creating into reality, moving energy into form, manifesting being who is naturally overflowing with joy, abundance, and effortless success every single day of your life. And one final thing. It is vital to understand that everyone in your life is trying on some conscious or unconscious level to help you get out of your box. Every new person you meet is a potential best friend, and those who seem to be your enemy are simply your greatest teachers in disguise. So just take this moment to notice where your thickest walls and issues seem to exist in your mind. If you cannot seem to find or remember them, just think about who or what was a problem in your life last week. And then thank these illusions for giving you the experience of being separate from your real enlightened free nature. For without these hindrances, you would never know what it feels like to become more conscious and evolve. We are constantly participating in the world of polarity and duality, and when we meet it consciously, head on, we transcend it all. So, for yourself, take this day to be grateful for whatever box you are in, no matter what form it takes, or how vague and convoluted it may seem, and appreciate it for what it is. Give it love, for it is the next essential step in your awakening journey towards experiencing the amazing enlightened being that each and every one of us truly, truly, truly are. Now, remember that life is extremely intelligent. It knows exactly how and where to add a little extra heat to your life. The popcorn pops on its own accord when the heat reaches the critical point of no return. And when the tight protective case around the ego breaks, the lightness of our being expands through. So when your shell cracks, you begin to taste enlightenment, and you live beyond your ego. And the heat of life will come whether you want it to or not. You cannot avoid it. Excuse me. It shows up in many mysterious ways and a large variety of forms. It may show up as a pressure we create within ourselves from expectations, assumptions, commitments, agreements, promises in our relationships, marriage, with money, sex, work, and health. It may also show up from a lack of pressure we place on ourselves. Meaning, if we are too lazy, living in denial and ignoring our desires, wants, and needs, we will feel depressed. And this external heat feeling will come from life for us to do something different and make an external change. It's not that enlightenment is only just some light, fluffy experience. This ego popping phenomenon is it's the initial introduction to it. Real, everyday enlightenment is living life in a very grounded, real, and always present way that is continually integrating our dark, deep, wounded parts. It's as if the corn kernel gets popped once and realizes there's another layer of lightness, tightness, and contraction inside, and then gets repopped again and again, repeating thousands of times every day. You are neither consciousness nor its content. You are the timeless source, the supreme reality. Trust that, Nisargadatta. The popcorn ego is a contracted state because it's busy holding too tightly onto your beliefs, fears, control, and the need to be right. So when we relax, letting the heat of life come into expand our minds and hearts in a loving, natural way, the experience of getting popped open by life is quite powerful and exhilarating. Instead of running from life, we face it, embrace, and move into and through it. There is no more resistance to the hottest heat, which is all the things we tend to fear and avoid. We choose instead to become or welcome these challenges as opportunities to manifest a bigger, juicier life. We get out of the way and let life and its amazingness come truly in. Love is infinitely patient and intentionally kind. It is the deep, sweet nectar found inside your very soul. Love is the softness that opens your heart and quiets your mind. It accepts every aspect of who you are and who you are not. Love knows you. believes in you and clearly sees exactly where you are in your life. Love has no limitations on what it is and is not acceptable inside you. There are no boundaries around what love can and cannot approve of. It welcomes all your parts, inviting in the worst aspects of you with a warm, fuzzy heart and joyous, sparkling eyes. Love is the light that shines the way in the darkest hour of our life. It ignites the fire that guides our spiritual path, beckoning us to rise up and out from our darkest misery, to surrender and merge with great healing source of our being. Love is always fearless, always courageous, and always present. It is never wrong, never misguided, and is never, ever afraid. It is the perfect state that cannot be improved upon. It is always accessible. It is always available, and always, always, always here now. Love is always generous, completely abundant, and constantly giving to others as well to itself. It is like the sun, an inexhaustible outpouring of life energy that shares its bliss for the pure, exhilarating joy of it. It is the eternal, infinite, inexhaustible source of life. Love says you deserve even more love, especially when you don't feel worthy of it. It invites you to surrender all your resistance and remember how perfect, sacred, and utterly lovable you truly are. Love feels all of your pain with you, holding your hand through your life's most panicked moments and never letting go. Love honors your deepest wounds, helping you to see how they are your greatest teachers. It is absolute empathy, sympathy, and has the most profound compassion possible for you. Love breaks down the walls of what we think is not possible. It inspires us to step into our life mission and highest potentiality. Love is the flame that ignites the great bonfire within us, needed to burn through our limiting beliefs so we can manifest the most amazing life imaginable. Love is the most amazing experience that we can have in this entire universe. It is the most gentle, exquisite feeling that is conscious, sacred, sweet, and tender. It holds you so softly and with such a strength that it sends tingles all the way up your spine. Love is the cure for every physical disease, every mental illness, and unbearable emotional wounding we may have. Love opens and relaxes every tension, immediately liberating us from all anxiety and worry. Invoking love into our body, it heals us instantly, awakening every cell to remember absolute perfection. Love is the doorway to eternal life. Love is devotion itself, fully committed to expanding our hearts into our lives. Love is the deepening and softening of our breath that awakens the healing purpose of our soul. It is the permanent, authentic smile within us, forever giggling at our worries, knowing the deepest possible joy is the foundation of our existence. Love paves the path for the greatest orgasmic experience of our lives. It transforms ordinary sex into a sacred healing experience. Love unites lovers to merge and melt into the one divine source. It is the most personal, intimate, and deeply sensual experience we can have. Love is the spiritual energy that brings the highest form of life into existence. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure we all are. And the first thing that we care to do is relax our bodies. From head to toe, inside and out. Only you can release the tension, the stress, the fear, the anxiety, the worry, the anticipation, the expectation and attachments that we all are immersed in at times. And just let it fall off of you. There's no reason to carry it. It is your choice. Do you want to carry a ball and chain on each ankle through life? Or do you want to unshackle yourself so that you are free? The body will listen. Remember, you're the master of your body. Only you are. No one else is. You're the master of your body. The more intimately involved you become with your body and understand its workings, the happier your body's going to be, and the more knowledge you will obtain. So as you release, let go, drop your expectations, drop your attachments, any stresses, fears, anxieties that you may have magnetized towards you, even in the last 24 hours. Remember, you're the master. So you just let it go. Fall right off. And as you do this, the body will respond. Shoulders will drop. Face will stop contorting or stressing. Everything will just illuminate. It'll just relax. And as we do this, we move into the now. And the now is all we have. Do we really have a past? No. We've already experienced it in the now. Now is the past. Do we have a future? No. We create the future in the now. Most of us will spend most of our time either in the future or the past. For some reason, we're afraid to be in the now. It's part of our journey. Some of us will go in the past. We all reminisce. We all have memories and stuff that'll, something will spark it, and then we'll kind of wander off. Oh, I remember when. Not a negative thing. But unfortunately, some of us will stay there so long and live there so long that we will take that past, bring it into a future that doesn't exist, create that future from that past, relive that past in that future. Other times, we will just wander aimlessly into a future that doesn't exist. So the now is all. The now will still our mind. It will still our ego. It will relieve the chatter that we all are immersed in 24/7. And that, by being in the now, moment to moment, the space between heartbeats, whatever it is you're doing, you are focused on it. And the more you practice this, the more you will be in the now. And the more your life will absolutely expand. And horizons and areas and adventures that you would only dream of before. So how do we stay in the now? Our breath. Our breath is a lot more than how we view it as just breath. It is divine positive energy. It sustains these bodies that house the kingdom of God. It is omnipotently powerful. It can focus us back in the now anytime we choose to focus on it. There's no such thing as the breath of tomorrow or the breath of yesterday. So as we take the breath in easily through our noses, breathe through our stomachs, and ease it out through the mouth. Our breath is omnipotently powerful. So because we all do this, we wander off. These thoughts come in randomly, and we're drawn, and then we go this way and that way, and we find ourselves not really ever in the now. So when you're consciously aware for yourself that you go, I'm not in the now, okay, so I'll focus on my breathing, my breath, to bring me back into the now. And to keep myself there and keep practicing that. So, as we relax the body and we move into the now, we merge our divine positive energy, our breath, with our God force, love, light energy, which is housed in each and every one of them. And we combine these two, and we bring them up right through the center of our bodies, all the way to the top of our heads. These are wheels of light, energy vortexes, chakras. 7. There are many others, but we will concentrate just on the center of the body. The 7 chakras. They each have a flower in their center. And the center of the flower is a different geometrical shape. These are the conduits. These are the bridges of the spiritual and physical, of the astral plane and the physical plane, back and forth. We start with and see this in your heart mind's motion picture, is the root chakra, the Muladhara, the red wheel of light, career, money, mindset, and sense of belonging. It represents our foundation and feeling of being in the now. Some people call it grounding, but it is for us to be in the now. It's the base of the spine and the tailbone area, the coccyx. Emotional issues, survival issues such as financial independence, money and food, physical association, spine, rectum, legs, arms, circulatory system. Then we move to the orange wheel of light, the sacral chakra, Vadasthana. This is sexuality and pleasure. It's our connection and ability to accept others and new experiences. The location is our lower abdomen, about 2 inches below the navel and 2 inches in. Emotional issues, sense of abundance, well-being, pleasure, sexuality. Our physical association, reproductive organs, kidneys, bowels, and immune system. Then we move to the golden yellow wheel of light, the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura, personal power and ability to channel. This is our ability to be confident and in the flow of our lives. Again, to be in the now. It's our upper abdomen and the stomach area. Emotional issues are self-worth, self-confidence, self-esteem. Physical association is central nervous system, pancreas, liver, digestive tract, and skin. Then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata, love, relationships, and self-acceptance. It is our ability to love. It's at the center of the chest, just above the heart. Emotional issues, love, joy, inner peace. Physical association, heart, thymus, lower lungs, circulatory system, immune system. Then we move to the blue wheel of light, the Vishuddha, self-expression. It is our ability to communicate. It's in our throat. Emotional issues are communication, self-expression of feelings, the truth. Physical association is thyroid, respiratory system, teeth, and vocal cords. Crown chakra. Or the third eye chakra, the Ajna. Intuition, sense of purpose, direction in life. It's our ability to focus on and see the big picture. Some of us will see the trees through the forest and the forest through the trees, or both. Some of us will not see either, or all. It's our brow chakra. It's in between the eyes. Our emotional issues are intuition, imagination, wisdom, ability to think and make decisions. Physical association, pituitary gland, eyes, and sinuses. And we move to the crown chakra, the violet wheel of light, the Sasra, connection to the divine. It's the highest chakra, and it represents our ability to fully be connected spiritually. The very top of our heads. Emotional issues are inner and outer beauty, how we view ourselves. Our connection to spirituality, pure bliss. It is our connection to our true existence, the pure consciousness, the God, the love. Physical association is pineal gland, brain, nervous system. We are all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. When we take all of this, our divine positive energy, and we take and move the God, life force, love, light, energy all the way to the top of our heads. We hold it briefly. I am light, I am love, I am. And in that brief moment, we super compress and condense it into pure liquid energy. And we release it over our pineal gland. Pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. It is the gateway to the God, the pure consciousness, the love, and way beyond. It is our gateway to the astral plane. This is why it's always attacked. This is why it's always suppressed. But with this pure liquid energy, we release it over the pineal gland. And see the pineal gland however you choose. In your heart, mind's motion pictures, I see it as a green ball, a rosebud. As soon as I release this omnipotently power, pure liquid energy over it, it completely explodes into a fully blossoming, multicolored petaled rose with a beautiful fragrance emanating and vibrating and shimmering. Deep, 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 pure eternal love. It opens up all the avenues, all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond and forever, everywhere. The astral plane, total existence, beyond the universes. And then we're able to effortlessly travel wherever we choose to be, wherever we choose to be. To experience wherever we choose to experience. We're also consciously aware that we are merged. The body, the heart mind, even the ego mind, the God, the pure consciousness, the soul, the spirit, the higher self, all one, all together. We are heaven on this earth. Every step we take, we are a beaming bright light of pure, deep, eternal love reflecting all of us with each other, on and through each other. And every step is creating paradise on this planet. We have others with us. We have the archangels, the cherubim, the seraphim, the archetypes, the ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Jesus, Zelmoria, Vedantia, Pel, Thoth, Yahweh, Yeshua. Many, many, many more. And both of them are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest, the deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude. Now the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, archangels, they are a civilization that vibrated at a different frequency than we do, so we don't see them like we see each other. But oh boy, do we interact with them, sometimes on a daily basis. Most of the time we don't recognize it. Maybe after you will, it'll dawn on you that that was just not a regular, that was a meeting, interaction of an angel. And it's always a piece of bliss. And they always remind us that we are bliss, and that we are love, and that we are gratitude. We remind them of the same. Because we're all one, we're all interconnected. We're reflections of different aspects of ourselves. Now, thousands can surround any one of us at any one time because of their vibrational frequency and harmonics. They can house a small space with a large number. And the ascended masters, they have mastered ascension in and out of body and hold God form, pure consciousness. We are ascending into in physical form, mastering physical form, creating our experiences so that we can perfect our creation. And we're all gathered here, and we're all compelled to call out to every single aspect, reflection and facet of the one, of Source, all of us. So we call out to all light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and form in the circle of light, and the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. They come in the Googleplexes. One Googleplex fills this universe. Fills it. They come in the trillions of Googleplexes from every direction. And they are with us now. We call upon all the inhabitants of inner Earth, hollow Earth, Agartha, beneath Earth. Many, many, many civilizations and species, and only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the form of the circle of light and the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. They come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the galactics, all the off-worlders, all the celestials. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle light and liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. Now, we're only familiar with a handful of them, somewhat familiar. Over 1,000 travel through this solar system every day. Trillions travel throughout the universes every day. Ones that we're somewhat familiar with includes all of the levels and species of these civilizations. It also includes the good, the not so good, and the bad. Understanding that only our highest vibrational frequencies will allow us to be in this liberation, this meditation. Lower frequencies cannot sustain themselves around higher frequency. So we have the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, the Zeta Reticuli, Feline, the Greys, the Nords, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avion. Many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, enlightenment, ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all of our loved ones, all of those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light. In this liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms, on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, forming the circle of light and liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. We're only familiar with just a fraction of them, somewhat. If only fairy tales scratching the surface of their reality. And only those who are consciously aware that they are of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and forming this circle of light. And the ones who are somewhat familiar with the fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether. The mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, many, many, many more. They come in a trillion shapes, colors, sizes, forms, configurations of which we've never seen. And in the trillions, they are with us now. And we're all gathered, arm in arm, hand in hand, all of our gods one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, and humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, and abundance. And we're all one. And we're all God. And we're all love. And our God force, love, light, energy, is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever, beyond, and forever. And it continues to intensify. And it continues to expand. We immediately form a massive circle of light. This emanates from our vibrational harmonics of our true core being of pure, deep, eternal love. It is so brilliant that it grays out the darkness of space. It would take 1,000 billion suns in this solar system to even compare to its radiance. We flood the entire civilization of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, and this now, in this meditation, and the liberation of this planet into higher frequencies of peace, joy, and love, saturating everything and everything. All life, the highest supreme value in the universe. Eternally, non-stop, perpetually. So as we begin to levitate above the planet, is this circle of light. We are met with a gossamer field, an ocean of glitter everywhere. Little tiny mirrors of vibrant multitude of colors, flashing and reflecting all aspects, all facets of all of us gathered in this meditation, this now, and liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. We are immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is the column that reminds each and every single one of us that we are the power of healing. Then we're met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This column reminds us all that we are omnipotently powerful, omnipotently strong, with omnipotent resolve. Then we're met with the white fire. This is the column that reminds us all that we are imbued head to toe, inside and out, with a God force, love light energy. Our core being, it cannot be violated. It cannot be disturbed. It cannot be seduced or harmed or evaporated by any external power source at all. But only you have the power that if you decide to lower your vibrational frequencies low enough, consciously or unconsciously, by hatred, anger, jealousy, deception, manipulation, greed, dishonesty, you will create a breach in your white fire armor enough so that the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies can come flooding in. Now, if you do decide to do this, you are immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. column that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance and send them to pure consciousness where they are no more. We are then met with the violet ray. This is the column that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray. We can cleanse, purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmonics of deep, pure, eternal love. We are then met with the golden white pink light. This is the column that reminds us all that we are the sunsets. We are the sunrises. We are the sunlight. We are the sun. We are the rain. We are the rainbows. We are the mountains. We are the trees. We are the forest. We are the animals. We are the sky, the clouds. We are everything. We continue to ascend above this planet in this magnificent, omnipotently powerful circle of light. As we do, some of us will, those of us carrying physical form, some of us step outside the physical form and float effortlessly above it. We come upon this massive crystalline light tower that we created. It's larger than the solar system. So it's not difficult for us to see the center of the column. And it is emanating an oblong spherical shape. In the center of it is this beautiful golden white, sparkling, glittering light. And it's sending out pulses of soft, warm waves of mist. And you can see it like golden glitter. And it saturates our faces, embraces us, floods us, and saturates us. Pure, deep, eternal love and gratitude. The surrounding colored bands around it, vibrant colors, are doing the same. It's warm mist that kisses our faces and saturates within. Head to toe, you can feel this warm wave with each band of light. And this is gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, wonderful health, happiness, wealth, riches, complete joy. It reminds us all of these waves of what we are within. It reflects us. At the top is the golden ocean. We designed the top so the golden ocean can come cascading down 24/7 of pure, deep, eternal love and joy and happiness and bliss, saturating this entire civilization, head to toe, inside and out, for complete liberation. And we are all drops of that ocean. And we hold the essence of the ocean. And the ocean is the drops. And the drops are the ocean. There is no separation, just the illusion of it. We are one. Then we see our meditative sphere. Set center circle, we created this sphere almost 3 years ago. It houses well over 1,000 of our meditations in perpetual motion. They don't disintegrate or lose anything. They intensify. All of us gathered from everywhere, all universes, all consciously aware that we are of and from the highest of deepest eternal love and gratitude for the liberation of this planet. And every day, we love every day. we are love every single day. Enjoying this life and these bodies every single second. And the deepest, deepest, deepest of gratitude. Always. That's why this meditative sphere can be seen, heard, and felt in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. Know that you, without argument at all, are love. You, all of us, who am I? I am love. What am I? I am love. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. in through the nose. Easy breath out through the mouth. Move slowly. We're all seeking some form of liberation in this world because we've created a prison around ourselves to break free from. The prison is all in the mind. And once we understand what the walls of our inner jail are made of, belief systems, thought structures, we can dig our way out. The seemingly solid bars around us are ephemeral mental, emotional patterns that define who we are and what we are not. The good news is that these personal beliefs formed about ourselves are highly malleable and will change when we are willing to see them for what they are. Take this with you the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and into the following morning. And we will return November 20th, 2020, Friday, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation course.